Anthony. So, wholesome one and me. When evaluating Tyler Van Dyke for the next level, would you say that he has more arm strength or arm talent? Or
Ooh,
would you say that he is one of the best IQ quarterbacks in college?
okay. That to me is a tough thing to gauge
Yeah.
with the amount that he's played, because there could be someone that played at Cal Berkeley or someone that's playing for a lesser team, that the football IQ is what even got them to a bowl game, because he can read defenses, because he can make throws. Maybe his OC isn't the best. Maybe his teammates aren't the best. Like, being able to gauge football IQ from the quarterback position, in my opinion, that would be have to over a career. I don't know if we could just do that off of one season, let alone 8 games. Okay, out of one season. The difference between arm strength and arm talent. Okay, arm strength. You think of Jim Kelly. You think of, what's the young man at Buffalo right now? Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
You
Yep.
think of LSU quarterback, first overall,
Joe Burrow.
Raiders. No, 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 no.
Oh, Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell,
Yeah.
Cam Newton. That's arm strength. That's you being able to be on a knee and sling it 80 yards. That's you being able to do a flick of the wrist and the ball goes 40. Like, you just standing there and you just go, whoop, 40. Arm talent is where you think of someone like Joe Burrow, where he can do the throwing deep, but that accuracy level. And it's to a certain level where it can be short accuracy, medium accuracy, and deep accuracy. Being able to throw someone open is we think of arm talent. The illustration that Mark was saying, where let's say you're trying to fit the ball in between a linebacker and a safety. Well, the rush is right here. Chase Young is about to rake this ball out of my hand. He's coming down on it, but I just was able to get it, and I threw it right in front of the linebacker, but not too far where the safety is. Right where, as soon as that wide receiver turns and clears, boom, it hits him right in the hands, and no one can catch it. Okay, that's being able to have the arm talent. All right, being able to make those all throws, the deep comeback where we're on the far right hand side of the field, far right hash, you threw a deep comeback that's like 30 yards. And most corners don't think you're going to throw that ball anyway, so they kind of stop covering, and you still able to make that throw and hit them. Okay, I even look at a guy like Jaron Williams when he threw a post against cover two against Tallahassee in 2019 with D Wiggins. D Wiggins had that one thing he would do, and that's bomb Tallahassee. It's what he was good at, and he was able to hit him in stride. Soon as he put his foot in the ground, boom, and turned this side, and the safety was already drifted too far back. So instead of putting it on an airmail or an arc where the safety would have time to flip his hips and react to the ball, and not necessarily put on a line drive to where a linebacker could swat the ball. You got to be able to get right in the middle of that, kind of an arc, but it's also still on a line a little bit. So not like this, not like this, but like this, and hit him, boom, right in stride, take off. He never broke stride. All right. I think TVD has to develop that aspect of his game, being able to have that arm talent to be able to throw all of those and to throw people open. Again, 8 games worth of a sample size, TVD is a top 5 quarterback in college football. It's my opinion. It's also the opinion of a bunch of NFL people. They look at him in that elk. They view him in that elk. There are certain things he can add to his game, because I believe what we had last year in Rambo was he was able to, for a bunch of games, just step back and lob it up to Rambo, and Rambo made a play on the ball. Is that necessarily TBD? Is that the scheme, or is just Rambo making a being on fire and making a play on the football because he threw a fade route? All right, so that kind of stuff. And again, no disrespect to our quarterback, I love TVD. I'm excited to call him the Miami Hurricanes quarterback. I'm just saying there is a difference between arm strength and arm talent. I think TBD leans more on the arm strength because I've seen him throw some really nice deep balls, and the way he can get that ball out there, he has to be able to change up his pitch for a baseball reference. Okay, you got your slider ball, got your knuckle ball, got your sinker, and you're fast. You need all of those to be that guy, to be the man. You need all of them. Some people have they're elite at one of them or two of them, and they're waiting to unlock the other ones over time. And that comes with coaching, being able to learn how your body works with throwing that ball. Yeah, I do know a little baseball too. I don't, and I get you up that way too, in the knowledge. But again, love the fact that TVD's our quarterback. I think he's a really good quarterback. I think he's top five. There's still certain things that he can work on, and if you were to ask him, he'd probably be even more hard on himself because he's that kind of person. He's always looking for better, 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 and it's not good enough in his eyes. So, and that's the kind of thing you want as a quarterback. You want that. You want somebody that's going to want to keep getting better.
Well, what you said is similar in both sports because in baseball, there's tons of dudes that never made it past college or they got stuck in the minor leagues and they can throw it on a radar gun faster than guys in the big leagues.
Mhm.
They couldn't hit the spots. They couldn't develop those other pitches. It's the same thing in terms of, but what grabbed the scouts' attention was what they're looking at first and foremost. The very first thing baseball scouts looking for in a pitcher. What's he throw? Does he throw
Mhm.
92? Does he throw 98? And then that's what they want to start with because if you can't teach that. You can improve his mechanics so he can add a mile an hour, maybe two, but you basically can't teach that. So you
Mhm.
start there, and it's the same thing you hear in evaluating quarterbacks, and the scouts are like, "Wow, look at that arm.
Hell,
Okay,
even
it's
more
raw."
importantly, I
Yep.
think when you bring that up, baseball and football is when to use that kind of throw. Okay, that's where we start talking about separating the guys from college to the pros, in my opinion. You could have everything prototype about you. You could be 6 foot because TVD's like that 6'2" and 5'8" to 6'3" kind of range. We list him at 6'4" because D1 teams just do that kind of stuff. But him knowing when to do the fastball, knowing when to throw the intermediate pass, and then knowing when to throw a line drive, a howitzer. Pew! This could go straight. This could rip the glove off his hand. I'm throwing it so hard. You have to know when to use those things, when to use your gifts. I mean, if everything is if it's base loaded, why am I giving you a fastball? I know you want to knock this out the park. All right, I want to be able to make him get a bunch of balls, and maybe we just give up 1 point, or I'm giving you some sliders or throwing a knuckle where it feels like it's coming at a certain speed, but after a certain while, what does it do, Mark? Comes down on you. You ready to lock. Oh man, I just missed it. Now I get you off the base, and although you have bases loaded, I'm coming to the sideline holding my glove like, man, whoo, whoo, that was almost real bad, but I got him out of there. Similar with the quarterback position. If I see this cornerback is playing off, maybe he is baiting me. Maybe I don't want to put this on a line drive for that curl route because he's waiting on me to let it fly, and then I'm gonna press my back foot and take off and catch it in stride, pick six. Or I want to be able to wait for when my wide receiver on certain routes. I do have to wait until they're open because I need them to clear before I let it fly. Because that safety loves to jump routes and loves to head hunt. You have to be able to know that. Know the team you're playing against, know your wide receiver, and know when to use those certain throws.